welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another anime review. This time around, we're going to be talking about Season 2 of the Eminence in Shadow.
月がいつもより赤い。あれではまるで伝説の
赤き月。
始まるわ。戦争が。
Leave Miss Mary alone. Please don't hurt her. Man, that was hilarious. The weakness of youth. Let's take this money and grab it.
So everything was going according to plan, but at the hour of awakening that draws near, Sid and the Shadow Garden investigate the Lawless city, a cesspool where the red moon hangs low in the sky and three powerful monarchs rule the streets. That is the first arc we are delved in after season 1, and what a wonderful season 1. But going into season 2, we're getting two arcs, which the adaptation that they did is interesting. I like what they did. They kept most of the plot true to form. I felt very little change as far as from what I remember, and I went back and read a little bit more to kind of get a feel. But as far as the season 2 went, the plot itself, so they did the Lawless city and the Blood Queen, and they did the Black Rose arc, and these are some fun arcs, definitely some interesting ones, a lot of character development. Like when it comes to this series, if you did not watch season 1, you're lost for sure, because season 1 started and ended wonderful, really great, to the point, and you gotta love Sid and every member of Shadow Garden. Season 2 brings back Sid and his dual personality of being goofy background character and being the Eminence in Shadow, and that is what's great about him. He's still this clueless guy who still thinks that the world around him is not true to form, and it's still a game to him, but still being way overpowered and like F you to all the villains in this world. The story itself, the plot, it's true to form. I'm glad that they adapted it properly. They did skip a couple points to trim kind of the fat here and there. I think, in my opinion, they cut a couple parts during the second arc of the Black Rose arc that I felt made that section of the season 2 just felt a little underwhelming. The first arc of season 2 of the Lawless city, I think it really did well for the characters that were involved. We got to see a lot of Shadow Garden. The season 2 gave us our swimsuit episode, and every anime has to have that beach or pool episode, and we got it with in season 2, but yeah, as far as everything else, at least the art and the animation still was done by Studio Nexus, so we still got that clean, nice feel from season 1 transferring over. I didn't ever feel anything change. The animations and the battle sequences were wonderful, beautiful and really intense. The audio design was crisp, clean, and mostly when they're playing the Moonlight Sonata, one of the best, in my opinion, pieces you can use to really signify Sid and slash Shadow, and it worked really well. I think for me, what makes it a little bit disappointing is that like I mentioned, the second arc, the Black Rose arc, it just felt some of the pieces were missing to kind of really give it that little bit of a grab, a little bit more intensity. It did have its moments, but it just, with all the other characters, but I just never felt that it just really hit. I remember reading it and then like, yeah, this is gonna be great. It just didn't hit as hard. I think because we got this within a couple. Like season 1 came out early in the year, and we got season 2 towards the latter half of the year. So we got like season 1 and season 2 within 2023. So that's really surprising. That's a big turnover rate, but I think it just didn't hit that great as a closing, but the ending credits to that cliffhanger to season 3 definitely like left me wanting, and I can't wait for season 3. But I think leaving at that kind of a cliffhanger was like cool and great and amazing, but I just felt the point leading into kind of the closing of the Black Rose portion of that just didn't hit as much as I wanted to. Not like in season 1 where you got that really intense battle with Shadow and the other 2 characters, and I think I've seen that episode at least almost like a dozen times just because it's really fun. The animation is great in that episode, but I don't think this finale itself like hit as hard. I think the last few minutes like hinting at what season 2 is going to be, season 3, my apologies, is going to be, is what kind of made me more like happy, but I wish the entirety would be better. Besides that, the season 2 did well. I think it did a really good job from the source material. It adapted it pretty well. The few things I would note is that it did hold back on a couple points. It's not bad to kind of cut some of the things that is not necessary, but there are points where like I wish they added like scene A or scene B to kind of give more nuance or more levity to some characters, just to give them a little bit more, some more dynamic character development. Or some like character spotlight to make some scenes seem more presentable or more understanding than they were, because then it just felt lackluster when it was like when the moment finally hit. I'm like, oh cool, yeah, I get it, but it just doesn't hit as hard. But yeah, I'm glad we're gonna get it. I'm hoping we're gonna get season 3 because of the way it ended, because yeah, I think it went well. I'm really surprised after looking back that season 1 came out just within the year of season 2. So I can't wait. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on season 2 of The Eminence in Shadow. What were your thoughts? Leave your comments down below if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. And if you're listening to this on any other podcast platform, you can always follow me on any of the social medias: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or Threads. So thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time, see ya.